Hey guys, me Adson. Where today, guys, I'll be giving you guys my Atalanta versus Valencia match preview. So let me give you guys the dates for the two games. Okay, so the first leg will be taking place at February 19th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time at the San Siro, and then the second leg will be taking place March 10th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time at the Mestalla Stadium. All right. And let me just go ahead and outright say this. This is a very interesting game. Because both of the teams, in my opinion, are very well balanced. And I feel like both of these teams could get a genuine result here. I feel like you could easily make an argument for which team to win and go to the quarterfinals. Even I, myself, am it's kind of a coin toss here. I eventually did pick my winner, but we'll get to that a little later. But I think it was a very good draw for both these teams. All right, so moving on. So head-to-head record. The last time these two teams met, I believe this is the only time these two teams met, is where Atalanta won that game against Valencia in a club-friendly November 2017. From when I did my research, I think this is the only time these two teams met. I think it's pretty crazy to say that it's pretty it's not really. I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, it's a club friendly, so I don't know. I guess Valencia will probably want to get revenge for that loss, So the European form, all right. This season in the Champions League, Atalanta finished second of Group C, and remember, guys, they had to come back from behind. They lost their first 3 Champions League games and still advanced in the group stage. I believe they're the only team in history to ever do that. That's an incredible achievement and impressive indeed. Valencia, they finished first in Group H. I don't think many people predicted Valencia to finish first. In fact, I didn't. In fact, Valencia was the only team I incorrectly predicted to go. This is the only team I missed out to go in the round of 16. Every other team I predicted correctly except Valencia. I did not predict Valencia getting the round of 16, guys. And they did it, man. They did it against Chelsea. They did it against Ajax. I mean, they did it, man. They played extremely well. And you can see how tactical aware they are. I mean, the fact that they sacked a coach that brought them a Champions League spot, and now all of a sudden with the new coach, they're doing pretty good in the Champions League already in the round 16. It could potentially go to the quarterfinals. Very impressive indeed. Last season, Atalanta didn't compete in the last season, and Valencia were eliminating the group stages. So it's fair to say that these two teams are massive. This is going to be one of their best seasons to date. Okay. So domestic form. As of today, Atalanta are currently 4th in the league with 45 points. Valencia are currently 6th in the league with 38 points. Now, Valencia could subject to change. I do understand that could subject to change. Let me go and check if that's going to change exactly. Let me see. Yeah, never mind. They're actually 7th right now as you speak. Yeah, they're gonna be 7th. So I have to make a correction here. They're actually 7th in the league with 38 points. Pretty much the same thing. I think it's just goal difference just favors Villarreal at the moment. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the biggest strengths and weaknesses. Now this was pretty difficult because I don't actually watch a lot of Atalanta nor Valencia. However, I do know that Atalanta can score tons of goals. They've been very good and confront a goal effect. And I believe this season they've scored 2 incredible margins. They made a 5-7-0 win against Torino. They scored 5 against, I believe it was AC Milan. This team can really score many goals, which is obviously very important. However, for me, the biggest weakness is probably they're not consistent. Their consistency isn't very good, I would say. I don't think their consistency... I think their consistency isn't great because the fact that they lost to the bottom team in Serie A, I believe it was Spal, the fact that they got knocked out on, they really should not have lost to Shakhtar at home. This team could really, surprisingly underwhelm, However, it is worth noting that they are very exciting to watch. I do think Atalanta is a very exciting team to watch. It's a very young prospect team. I do think Atalanta is a great underdog. I think, genuinely speaking, I think Atalanta are a very good team. It's just the problem is they haven't been as consistent as before. Now, to be fair, Valencia aren't really consistent either. Valencia have not been as great as you would expect. One of the biggest strengths I've noticed, and I have, by the way, before I go on to further on, I do have to give credit to Schmutz. Thank you, Schmutz, for giving me input here because, like I said, I needed some help here. Anyways, one of the strengths I've noticed with the Valencia is they have a really tremendous goalkeeper. I saw in that game against Ajax away from home, the goalkeeper pulled off some miraculous saves, man. He pulled off some miraculous saves. And Valencia played very well against Ajax in the Amsterdam arena. I remember they pressuring them, Ajax. They really didn't give Ajax much room, and Ajax basically had to rely on long shots. The Ajax gave everything they can to try to win the game, and unfortunately couldn't win and lost 1-0. I mean, it's heartbreaking, guys, for the Ajax fans. And Valencia could really, really stern you down. I mean, I remember Valencia playing against Barcelona in the Mestalla Arena. They didn't even allow Barcelona to win, man. They beated Barcelona. And same goes to Atletico Madrid. They did not allow Atletico Madrid to beat them. And guess what? They didn't even allow Real Madrid to beat them, guys. I think this is very good signs of what they can do in that they could hold teams down because none of the big three, none of the top three could even beat them in the Mestalla Arena, which goes to show you how good they are at home and that is their moral support. And I genuinely think that is really good goalkeeping. The goalkeeper's been great. Dominic, and I remember Messi had like 11 shots, I believe, and couldn't score any against Valencia, and still, I do think their weakness. Their weakness is probably their inconsistency as well. I mean, the fact that they lost 4-1 to Mallorca, one of the bottom teams in relegation. They lost 3-0 to Getafe. I mean, this team. Then again, Getafe are a very good team, so it's not that surprising. But I think the 4-1 loss to Mallorca is really disappointing. The fact they also lost to, I believe, Randes, I think, in the Copa del Rey. Let me go check. I might be wrong about that. Let me check real quick about that. The fact that they also lost to Granada in the Copa del Rey. They also lost, let's see. They also lost against, Real Betis. I mean, this team can really surprisingly do sometimes bad, and both of these teams, to be fair, guys, are basically kind of like the same. Like, I don't think there's a massive difference you can go. Probably the one thing that's important here is probably the experience. Even though I don't really know both these teams I don't know if the experience will make much of a difference here because both teams haven't even made it to the knockout stage in the last season. So, I do think their weakness, and they've also conceded a lot of goals. They are not very good. Defensively speaking. And so, yeah. Now, this leads to my score prediction. All right. And hear me out, guys. I've given it a lot of time and a lot of thought, and I genuinely think this is still tricky to get a call of. I'm going to go with a limb here. I'm going to go and say Valencia will win on away goals. I think Valencia just about edged it for me. Okay, but I do think this will be very close. In fact, I'm going as close as saying this will come down to away goals, guys. I think Valencia will just about win this, guys, on away goals. And while Atalanta will just unfortunately miss out. Now, if Atalanta do advance, I wouldn't be completely surprised. It's just for my money, I just think Valencia are more of a team that have more experience in this competition, and the fact that they've already kept the big teams out and didn't even give any of the big teams a win at their own stadium goes to show how incredible they can be. And when they are their truly best, I do think they are very good and very dangerous. Okay. So I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw at the San Siro, a 1-1 draw at the Mestalla. And I'm going to go 3-3 on aggregate, and Valencia just to win on away goals. All right. And so, yeah, that's my score prediction for you guys. Let me know what you guys think below. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments below. Do you guys think Valencia will win this aggregate score 3-3? And before we close off the video, guys, I want to mention some big players to look out in this tie. For Atalanta, Papa Gomez, I would definitely look out for Joseph Ilic. Duvan Zapata, a very good player. And then for Valencia, I would keep an eye on Maxi Gomez. I would also keep an eye on who else? I'm trying to think who else. Dominic, I think that would be a good one to look out for. uh, uh, Kevin Gamero. You know, I think these are the 3 players I would say to look out for. And so, yeah, 3-3 on aggregate. I'm going with Valencia just to win this by the smidgest of margins. All right. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know I already said that. And before we head out, how are you guys going to be excited to watch this game? Because I truly am, guys. This is the underdog game. This is like basically the underdog story. One of these teams. It's nice to know that one of these underdog teams will make it to the quarterfinals, and they could be one of these teams could be the new Ajax this season. Could be. Okay. So yeah. So tomorrow I'll give you guys my RB Leipzig versus Tottenham Hotspur match preview. And so yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Peace out.